This is a amp made in St. Petersburg, Russia for Gibson back in the 90s. I'm going to get this opened up here and see what the circuit looks like on the inside. It's a pretty cool find, actually. You don't see too many of these anymore. And I don't know how well known it was back then. I've got a friend of mine that said he remembers playing one of these maybe in 1991. And this will be interesting. It looks pretty clean. I probably could go ahead and plug it up and try to play it, but on amps this old, I like to examine them first to make sure there's not any paper clips, staples, coins. I've found all kinds of interesting things inside old amps before. Get this all taken apart here. And if you will, take the time to, I'm not usually one to really promote it that much on my page or on my channel, but if you would subscribe, I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to my channel, but it really would help my channel out because of the way YouTube does their algorithms. All you got to do is go down there and hit the subscribe button. If you want to see more stuff like this, just you know, and if there's a particular video that you really like, please hit the like button. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. It would help my channel though. I recently posted a short and it had about, I think it's up to almost 150,000 views now. And out of that, I got like 45 people that subscribed. So it would have been really cool if 150,000 people would have gone down and hit the subscribe button. But, you know, it is what it is. Everything I have on my channel, I bought myself. I have not gotten any kind of endorsements or payments for any of the stuff I do. So this is all me, all my stuff. I have to buy all my equipment. I'm using old iPhones to do my videos because I can't really afford one of those fancy cameras like everybody uses. So enough of my rambling. I flipped this over because I wanted to show you. This is kind of an oddity. You don't see too much anymore. Flathead screws. That's what this has. Don't know if that's original. Maybe. This is kind of a, I guess this was kind of a, I guess you could say a Cold War amp. It's kind of an interesting choice that Gibson got these made in St. Petersburg, Russia. I'd like to probably add a lot of history because the particular designer and maker of this amp apparently was pretty well-known engineer. So I'd like to dig up more history on this. Let's see. I think this it's kind of binding up on me there. I know a lot of people don't have time to watch long format videos, but I enjoy making long format videos because not only does it help people that might be working on one of these, but it helps me when I need to go back and remember what I've done on them, or sometimes I do work for a living. This isn't my full-time job, so sometimes when I'm on a break at work and I'm thinking of a capacitor that I needed to order and I forgot to make a note of it, I can go back and look at the video and see what I needed. So I think somebody got these cross-threaded. That's definitely going to be something that I explore, is getting replacement modern Phillips head screws for these, or I should say Phillips head bolts, because these are not screws. Flatheads are not they're great as far as their use, but they're not great when you're trying to take them out. Let's see. I think there's enough clearance that might just slide right on through there. I want to get those tubes though. If I can just slip this out. Perfect. Perfect. All right, there we go. Looks like we have a remnants of a little friend in there, like a moth, or maybe it's a Mothra. Huh. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that, but maybe it'll show in the video. They kind of have a little metal strips on top of the foil. This is looks like a pretty good quality plywood cabinet. Very dusty. Definitely going to need the vacuum on that one. And what do we have here? Let's see. That looks like a can capacitor. This is a very interesting tube socket. Let's see. Get this out of the way. Yeah, this is a cool amp. I don't know if the anticipation is building up for you or not, but let me get first of all, get rid of this moth here. I try to keep my workspace clean as I'm working. All right, let's see. Get my handy dandy little amp holder. Get it measured out here. This is a pretty handy little thing that I got from Mojo Tone a few years ago, back before the prices of everything in the world went up. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it's time for the reveal. Man, those are some heavy transformers. Make sure that's the correct size there. Probably going to end up having to take this outside and blow it out with an air compressor. All right, you ready for the reveal? Very cool. That is awesome. Looks kind of reminiscent of the way Fender does their amps. Their original amps back when they hand wired them. But this is very cool. Very cool surprise. Very well put together. Lots of space to work around. So I'm sure all of these are Russian components. I'm sure that's pretty cool. Very, very cool. This thing looks brand new on the inside. A very cool looking amp. These all pretty much look like military grade resistors. High quality capacitors. Wow, man, this is cool. Got my black book here. Yeah, here it is. I did find on the wonderful world of the internet the schematic, and it's going to be pretty hard to read. What I found, it looks like somebody went through and hand wrote everything, but probably what I'm going to do is go through and try to take the original and put the values back on the original so it's easier to read. This is very cool. All right, well, I don't want to make this video too long. Well, before I stop the video, let me get this flipped over here and we'll look at this doghouse that they got there. This is let's see if I can see the specs on that one. This is 50. Looks like a 50. So that's probably similar to what you see in Marshalls, the 50-50. There again, I'm going to have to look at the schematic. Let's get these. There's another one that I think I'm going to try to replace is these flathead screws. I mean, these are fine. I'm not opposed to flathead screws, but the Phillips screws are so much easier. Then again, you don't strip flathead screws out near as much as you would a Phillips. Once again, if you've watched this far, I hope you've already subscribed, but if you will, please head over, just click the subscribe button. So easy, doesn't cost you a thing, helps out my channel tremendously. So looks like they got a little lock nut, got a little washer, or not a lock nut, a lock washer. Lock washer on top of a regular washer. Let's see what we got under here. Well, oh cool. It does have like a little thing you can pull off there with Looks like we got a choke there maybe. And all these are can caps. Interesting. Very interesting. Man, I don't even know if I'm going to need to replace any of that stuff. This stuff is very well constructed. I don't see any kind of like warping or anything on that. These look like they're all 50. Man, those look great. Man, this thing looks like it's in really good condition. I may just need to get it cleaned up and fire it up, see how it sounds. Oh, all right. Well, I don't want to keep you too long on this video. So if you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for future notifications, and go over and check out some of my other videos. Once again, please subscribe. I've had almost 200,000 views on my channel this month, and people just aren't subscribing. So that really helps me out. If you would head over there and just down below, hit that subscribe button. So, all right. Once again, I'm Ryan. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Have a good night.